My beloved child. Today I want to tell you something that your heart has been waiting to hear for a very long time. Something that will touch your soul in a way you were not prepared for. You have prayed for clarity, you have asked for signs, and today I am placing one right in front of you. Because there is someone whose name lives silently at the edges of your heart. Someone whose presence you feel even when the room is empty. Someone whose voice returns to your memory even when you try to forget it. My beloved child, you need to know that this person, yes, the one you just thought about, they talked about you today. Not casually. Not accidentally. Not randomly. But with a softness in their voice that they didn't show to anyone else. And the surprising part? They weren't alone. They were talking to their brother. My beloved child, listen carefully, because what happened today is not small. The universe shifted a little. A wound softened a little. Something that was stuck in silence finally moved. And the person who once hid their feelings, today, without realizing it, allowed a piece of their heart to slip out. They were sitting with their brother, trying to act normal, trying to pretend that nothing in their life is bothering them, but the moment your name came up, their energy changed. Their breath slowed. Their eyes softened. Their body language betrayed the truth they have been trying to bury. Your person has been carrying a storm inside them. A storm they don't talk about. A storm they don't show to the world. A storm they pretend doesn't exist. But today, just today, they let someone look into that storm. And that someone was their brother. My beloved child, you don't know how long this person has struggled with their feelings for you. How many times they tried to forget you. How many times they distracted themselves. How many times they pretended you don't matter. But the moment they opened their mouth today, the truth came out in a way even they couldn't stop. Their brother asked them casually, "Are you okay? You've been acting different since a while." Your person tried to avoid the question at first. They shrugged. They said they were fine. They looked away, pretending they were busy with their phone. But the heart doesn't hide when the right person asks the right question. And so their brother asked again. "What's going on with you? Is this because of someone?" And my beloved child, that was the moment their heart slipped. Your person looked down. Their voice cracked a little. And they said your name. Softly. Gently. Like a confession that escaped without permission. My beloved child, the moment they said your name, their brother just stared at them. He knew. He always knew. He had seen the signs. The way your person became quiet when your name was mentioned. The way their mood changed. The way they pretended not to care but always ended up asking about you indirectly. He saw through all of it. So he leaned closer and said, "You still think about them, don't you?" And your person didn't answer immediately. They swallowed. They looked away. They tried to act strong. But then they nodded. My beloved child, that single nod carried the truth they have been hiding from themselves. Their brother was shocked. Not because of the feelings, but because your person was finally admitting it. After holding everything inside for so long. After pushing away the truth for months. After pretending nothing was wrong. Their brother asked gently, "What happened between you two? Why didn't you talk to them again?" And your person sighed. A sigh filled with regret, guilt, confusion, longing, helplessness, fear, and emotions they didn't know how to express. "My beloved child, your person talked honestly today for the first time in a very long time. I messed up," they said. "I wasn't ready. I thought distance would help. I thought I could forget. But I can't." Their brother just sat there, listening. He didn't interrupt. He didn't judge. He let your person finally let out everything they had been carrying. "My beloved child, your name has become the weight they cannot put down. The memory they cannot bury. The feeling they cannot erase. The voice they still hear even in silence." They told their brother everything today. Everything they never told you. They confessed that they thought you would leave. They confessed that they felt they weren't enough for you. They confessed that they were scared of how deeply they were falling. They confessed that they didn't know how to handle the emotions you awakened in them. They said, "I acted like I didn't care, but the truth is, I cared too much." My beloved child, do you understand how heavy that confession is? Do you understand how much courage it takes for someone to admit this? Do you understand what it means that the first person they spoke about this to was their brother? It means they were reaching a breaking point. It means the silence was killing them. It means the emotions were too much to carry alone. It means they couldn't hold it anymore. Their brother asked, "What do you want to do now?" And your person stayed silent for a long time. My beloved child, during that silence, their heart whispered your name again. Their soul reached for you again. Their mind replayed every moment with you again. They remembered the way you talked. The way you laughed. The way you looked at them. The way you cared without conditions. They remembered everything. And then, softly, with a trembling voice, they said something their brother didn't expect. "I still want them. My beloved child, this is the truth they have been hiding even from themselves. They still want you. They still think about you. They still feel connected to you. They still imagine a future with you. They still regret the distance. They still replay the last conversation. They still wonder if you miss them. They still hope you think of them. And today they finally said it out loud. Their brother looked at them and said, "Then why don't you talk to them? What are you scared of?" And your person finally admitted the fear that has been haunting them. "I'm scared they moved on. I'm scared they don't want me anymore." My beloved child, when they said that, something inside them broke. Their voice almost cracked. Their eyes filled with emotion. Because the thought of losing you forever is the one thing they cannot bear. Their brother tried to calm them. Tried to tell them that love doesn't disappear like that. Tried to remind them that maybe you're waiting for them too. But your person, they were lost in their fears. My beloved child, the reason this conversation happened today is divinely guided. You were meant to hear this message. You were meant to know the truth. You were meant to understand the emotions you always felt intuitively. Because today, the universe revealed what was hidden behind silence. Your person didn't talk about you out of guilt. They didn't talk about you out of nostalgia. They didn't talk about you out of boredom. They talked about you because your absence has become louder than your presence ever was. My beloved child, they are not over you. Not even close. They tried. They failed. They're still failing. And today, they finally admitted it. Their brother told them, if you love them, don't lose them. Your person didn't respond. But their silence had the weight of 1,000 emotions. And right now, at this very moment, they are thinking about you again. My beloved child, this is only the beginning. What happens next will surprise you even more. My beloved child. The moment their brother said, if you love them, don't lose them, something inside your person trembled. It was like a door they had been holding shut for months suddenly shook, as if their heart couldn't hold back anymore. Your person didn't answer immediately. They looked away. Their throat tightened. Their hands became restless. Their breathing grew uneven. Because love, real love, does this. It makes even the strongest people feel weak. It makes the bravest souls hesitate. It makes the confident ones question themselves. And your person is no exception. My beloved child, you may not know this, but your person carries a fear they don't show. A fear rooted not in you, but in their own wounds, their past, their mistakes, and their belief that they may not deserve someone as pure-hearted as you. Their brother could see it. He could see the fear behind the silence. He could see the truth hiding behind their eyes. He could see that your name carried a special weight, one that time couldn't erase. So he asked again gently, what are you really afraid of? And this time, your person answered. I'm afraid they hate me. I'm afraid they gave up. And I'm afraid I hurt them too much. My beloved child, hearing those words would have broken your heart if you were sitting there. Because you don't know how deeply they have been thinking about the pain they caused you. They replay the moments in their mind, again and again, sometimes late at night, sometimes early in the morning, sometimes when they're alone, sometimes even when they're surrounded by people. They told their brother, I didn't mean to push them away. I just didn't know how to handle everything. Their brother nodded, understanding more than your person expected. He knew this wasn't simple. He knew this wasn't just a crush. He knew this was something that had gone deeper than any friendship, any connection, any bond they had felt before. So he leaned forward and said, tell me what really happened. What did you feel? My beloved child, your person's heart opened in a way they didn't expect. They took a slow breath and began to speak. At first, it felt easy. Natural. Like talking to them was the most comfortable thing I had ever done. But then, I started feeling things I wasn't prepared for. Feelings I didn't want to admit. They made me feel seen, and that scared me. Because nobody sees me like that. My beloved child, do you understand what that means? You made them feel safe. You made them feel understood. You made them feel valued. You made them feel something real. And real is the one thing they were not ready for. Their brother listened quietly. He didn't rush them. He didn't interrupt. Because he knew your person was finally letting go of a burden they had carried alone for too long. Your person continued. I kept telling myself it wasn't love. I kept saying I could control it. But every time they talked to me, it felt different. I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't know how to handle my own emotions. So I distanced myself, thinking it would protect me. My beloved child, they didn't distance themselves because they didn't care. They distanced themselves because the feelings grew too big, too fast, and too intensely for them to process. Their brother asked quietly, but why didn't you just tell them? Your person looked down, eyes soft with regret. Because I didn't want to hurt them. And I knew. I wasn't ready to give them everything they deserved. My beloved child, you have been blaming yourself for their silence, their distance, their confusion. But what you don't know is this: it was never because you were not enough. It was because you were too precious. Too meaningful. Too close to their heart. And they didn't know how to show up in the right way. They were afraid that if they came to you half-healed, half-prepared, half-confident, they would only break your heart. So they convinced themselves that stepping back was the best option, even though it shattered them too. Their brother asked again, do you still love them? Your person looked up slowly, the truth shining in their eyes. Love is a small word, they whispered. What I feel for them, it's more than that. But I don't know if I still have the right to tell them. My beloved child, the universe heard that confession. The angels wrote it into your destiny. The thread between your souls tightened. The connection pulsed with new life. Because they are not over you. And the intensity of their feelings has only grown in silence. Their brother placed a hand on their shoulder and said something they never expected to hear: then don't let fear decide your life. If you miss them, go to them. Your person closed their eyes for a moment, as if those words hit the deepest part of their heart. They whispered. I think about them every night. My beloved child, imagine what that means. While you were wondering whether they forgot you. While you were thinking they moved on. While you were questioning your worth. They were thinking of you. Every single night. Thinking of your voice. Your kindness. Your presence. Your care. Your absence. Your last conversation. The moment they lost you. Their brother asked, then why are you still hesitating? Your person's voice broke as they answered. Because I don't know if they will accept me now. I don't know if they'll even talk to me. And I don't know if I deserve a second chance. My beloved child, do you see? They are scared of losing you. Scared of rejection. Scared of your silence. Scared of the pain they caused. Scared of messing up again. Not scared of love, scared of losing the one person they truly love. Their brother sighed and said, only one thing can break this fear: honesty. And my beloved child, the moment your person heard that word, their heart shifted. Something awakened within them. A longing they had buried rose to the surface. A hope they thought was dead suddenly breathed again. Your person whispered. I want to talk to them. But I don't know how to start. Their brother smiled and said, start with the truth. My beloved child, little did they know, you have already been prepared for this truth. The very reason you are receiving this message today is because the universe is aligning everything. Your person went quiet again, lost in memories. They remembered the first time they talked to you. The first time they laughed with you. The first time they felt something shift inside them. The first time they realized you were not like anyone else. The first time they felt scared of how much you mattered. My beloved child, their heart traveled through time and returned to every moment they shared with you. Their brother watched them carefully and then asked the question that changed everything. If you saw them right now, this moment, what would you say? Your person froze. Their chest tightened. Their eyes softened. Their lips trembled. Because the truth they kept hidden for so long was now rising to the surface. And after a long, long silence, they whispered words that would shake your entire soul. I would tell them. I still choose you. My beloved child, sit with this truth for a moment. Let it sink deeply into your heart. Because these are not small words. These are the words of someone who has loved you quietly, painfully, faithfully, despite the distance. Their brother watched them with surprise. Even he didn't expect such honesty. He said, then don't waste time. Life doesn't give second chances easily. And your person whispered the most vulnerable truth yet. What if I'm too late? My beloved child, the moment they said that, the universe trembled. Because they are terrified of losing the one soul who ever truly saw them. Their brother replied softly, if they loved you once, they still feel something. Trust that. Your person didn't respond. But something inside them moved. They felt a pull toward you. A spiritual thread tugging at their heart. A voice inside whispering your name. And at that moment, they realized something. They don't want to spend the rest of their life wondering, what if? My beloved child, this conversation is not the end. It is the beginning. Because what happens next will change everything. Your person is about to make a decision. One that will bring your story toward the moment you've been waiting for. My beloved child. After that long conversation with their brother, your person didn't move for a while. They sat there, staring at the ground, as if every memory, every regret, every fear, every hope, and every piece of their heart was fighting inside them all at once. Their brother didn't rush them. He just stayed beside them, quietly holding the space for them to breathe, to think, to feel. Because sometimes silence reveals more than words. And in that silence, your person's heart whispered your name again, softly, painfully, longing in a way they could no longer deny. My beloved child, something inside them broke, and healed, at the same time. Because the truth they had been running from, the truth they tried so hard to bury, rose from the deepest part of their soul. They still love you. Not a little. Not halfway. Not casually. But deeply. Spiritually. Irreversibly. Your person slowly stood up, their hands trembling slightly. Their brother watched as they took a breath so heavy, it was like they were trying to gather all the courage they never had. Their brother asked quietly, "What are you thinking now?" Your person didn't look up. They didn't hide. They didn't pretend. For the first time in a long time, they spoke with complete honesty. "I can't lose them," they whispered. "My beloved child," those words were not small. They were a confession. A realization. A surrender. Because the truth is, they never lost feelings for you. They only lost the courage to face them. But today, something changed. Their brother stepped closer, placing a hand on their shoulder, and said softly, "Then go. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Make the moment perfect." My beloved child, something shifted in your person's energy. Their heartbeat quickened. Their breath deepened. Their eyes softened with determination. They didn't know if you would respond. They didn't know if you would forgive them. They didn't know if time had changed your heart. But one thing became clear: they didn't want to spend another day wondering what could have been. Their brother smiled and said, "You know what you need to do." And your person nodded, for the first time. My beloved child, this nod carried the weight of all their unspoken emotions. A decision had been made. Quietly, internally, powerfully. They walked away from that conversation with heavy steps but a lighter heart. Because even though fear still clung to their chest, love had finally become stronger. They went back to their room. Closed the door. Sat on the edge of the bed. And then, something unexpected happened. They reached for their phone. My beloved child, they stared at the screen for a long time. Your name sat there quietly, like a door they had been too afraid to open. Their thumb hovered over your contact. Their heart pounded like a drum. Their breath shook with emotions they could no longer hide. They whispered to themselves, "What if they don't answer?" But then another voice inside replied, "What if they've been waiting?" Your person closed their eyes. And in that moment, they remembered everything. The way you supported them when nobody else understood. The way your words reached places inside them no one else could touch. The way your presence felt like home. The way your absence left a space they couldn't fill. The way they felt alive when they talked to you. The way they felt empty when they lost you. My beloved child, their chest tightened as memories flooded their mind. The first message you ever sent them. The first time they laughed because of you. The late-night conversations. The emotional confessions. The unspoken connection. The moments that made them realize how deeply they cared. They whispered, "How did I let them go?" And for the first time, they didn't make excuses. They didn't blame timing. They didn't pretend.